So, on a ski lift, and I'm gonna give myself the journey of this ski lift to feel so slum. Let's start again. Okay, actually no, I'm just chilling. I'm gonna start again. I think I'm just out of breath and a little bit tired. Spent all day kind of working from the Altitude Mission Chalet, which is in Maribel, France. It's a kind of Christian community that has welcomed me, and spent all day kind of working with the 99p team. So we've got kind of a growing team comprised of Jack, Meg, Minnie, Matt, Lara, Stella, Charlie. That's the kind of current team, with hopefully many more going forwards. Prepping the last Sunday of the month screening at the Prince Pavilion, which is going to be all about poo. So it's a film called Holy Shit, Can Poop Save the World? I always say the power of poop, but it talks about the power of poo. Anyways, I want to talk about this lovely place where we're getting some snow. So hopefully when I fall over it won't be as hard hitting. But talking about what am I doing here? What's 99p Films doing here? And what's our impact in terms of environmental impact to go skiing? What a privileged thing skiing is, which is usually limited to a select few that have the money to do so. I'm doing this on an absolute budget, and I've been using the word feeling very blessed recently, especially probably because I'm in the altitude community, and we're always kind of giving thanks to God, and I'm not I don't affiliate with any particular religion. I'm definitely very spiritual, but it's been really lovely connecting with their God and Jesus, and I'm feeling blessed to be here and doing it on a bit of a budget, but also trying to do it with a kind of as least environmental impact as possible. So what does that look like? Well, I arrived by train, so I got an Interrail ticket and left London by train. All of the French trains run on renewable energy, or potentially also nuclear energy. Nuclear is really big in France. And there's a kind of, whilst this whole carbon footprint idea can be quite damaging and making the individual feel like they're kind of to blame, where you've actually got 100 companies emitting, I think it's 70% of world emissions. So it's not the individual, but we do still have an individual role and impact. And there's a kind of calculator or some kind of, I'll share it below. My friend Gavin, who I'll talk about very soon, mentioned it, but it kind of tells you what holidays you go on and what the kind of carbon impact is. And interestingly, getting a train to France and going skiing is less impactful than a road trip in Cornwall. So, and I'm currently living in Cornwall, so that's an interesting one. I'm sat in a ski lift. This is powered by renewable energy. Yes, there's a whole debate about renewable energy not being the solution, but I'm looking and it's bloody hell, I'm already rambling. What I wanted to quickly talk about is what I'm wearing, the clothing. So, can you see it here? This is my mate Gavin's company, alongside his business partner Heather, and it's called One Tree, or the shop in Maribel, or the shop nearby Maribel is called One Tree, but it's part of a bigger collective called Reaction. And what they're all about is essentially keeping clothing in the loop, keeping fashion kind of in the loop for as long as possible before it goes on to landfill, and also just kind of this reducing the need for something new when something old is just good. So everything that I'm wearing, this has been patched up. I think there was either a brand or it was maybe slightly damaged. My skis are from the year 2000. This helmet, everything that I'm wearing is secondhand. I'm going to use it for the 2 weeks I'm here, and I'm going to give it back to Gavin, give it back to the One Tree shop, where they will be able to pass it on to someone else. So I think what they're doing in terms of the kind of impact of equipment and fashion whilst you're skiing is massive. And also my diet out here, whilst I have always been an omnivore, I'm more and more shifting to a vegan, plant-based diet. Not kind of getting a vegan sausage or a vegan burger that's heavily processed and full of crap. More just looking at kind of just the raw plant materials. Anyways, we're coming to the end of the lifts. I'm gonna do a little bit of skiing, burn some muscle, move my body because I've been hunched over a computer, but just wanted to give you this little story in the time frame of a ski lift. All right, lots of love everyone. Bye. All right, I'm gonna continue because I felt a little bit cut short there on the button lift now. Hello. Yeah, essentially, what am I doing out here? Well, obviously partly having a bit of a holiday because it's been a mad year and wanted to get out of Cornwall and just explore a little bit. Haven't travelled since the pandemic. But the main reason is to try to take the model of what 99p Films is doing, our kind of signature social cinema formula, which is breathe, watch, discuss, eat, and try to take it to other countries. See, how does it work in the Alps? How will it work in Zurich? How will it work in Munich, in Serbia, in Copenhagen? But more importantly, meet different people and different cultures, get out of my little kind of echo chamber and bubble, where we've got a fantastic community that's growing in Falmouth, and we've got a lovely kind of audience group and people that come regularly and are part of that discussion, and it's building and growing, and I'm amazed by it, and that's our base, and we're never going to kind of ditch you. At the same time, I think kind of going away from capitalistic growth, but definitely looking at kind of like growth and how do we take a model that obviously works to different places, different countries, different regions. And on this first leg of the journey, I've already met so many people, had chats with people that agree and want to do similar things, or are doing their own kind of similar thing, but in their own unique way, which has been really positive, and people that want to do their own 99p nights. So we're trying to make a kind of 99p handbook or template or guide, Bible, whatever you want to call it, where I can give it to someone and you can then do your own 99p event where you are. So this is what we're trying to do in the Alps. We did a successful evening last Friday at the Altitude Mission, where we showed a film called The Scale of Hope. Kind of a little bit nail on the head in terms of let's talk about, or let's feature something to do with snow or ice whilst we're in the mountains. But it covers a story of a woman called Molly Kawahati. Oh, I've butchered that. I'm so sorry, Molly. Kawahata, I think it is, who was kind of in the White House in Congress under Obama, and was part of his kind of climate team. So she talks a lot about kind of the electorate, increasing the voting electorate, getting more people engaged in politics. And when you do that, you then get more people. Oh, look at that. Oh no, I've just showed you a poll. It was someone doing a cool trick. When you do that, you get more people involved in climate, in things that they care about and things that impact them. But at the same time, she was talking about her own personal journey with bipolar disorder and ice mountain climbing. So we showed that, and we had a discussion, and we had a feast, and it was a vegan feast, which is quite hard to arrange out here. But the lovely chef Izzy sorted that out, so thank you to her. And yeah, it was just kind of proving that this can happen and work anywhere. So again, we're coming to the end of the button lifts, but yeah, this is leg one of a multi-stop trip. we've got big events at the end of the month at the Princess Pavilion, which is all about poo, power of poo. And I'm actually going to meet the director in Zurich in about a week's time. So we'll have more to report then. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone for getting involved, supporting us, being part of the conversation, and breathing, watching, eating and discussing. And we're now going to go for a little ski. Cool.